Dire team ban.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this night's edition of the WePlay League Season 3. Our first and only American game of the night is Shazam versus Infamous. My name is Dragondrop, and I'm joined by someone who will be able to provide some comic relief, if not much else. It is Xylus, aka Wag Shadow, or the other way around, whatever you prefer. How are you doing, man?
I am doing fantastic. I've been surprised by this cast, to say the least. Just made this up 10 minutes ago, but that's professionality for you guys, and
Well, of all my other co-casts, like the 20 people that I asked before this, would have, if either one of them would have agreed, you wouldn't be here, but hey.
exactly.
It's gonna be fun. You're known to be a memer, so at the very least, people will yell at you instead of me for a change. So that's gonna be good.
I mean, stop talking about me, honestly, here, Dragondrop. Look at these fantastic picks that we have going on here.
Absolutely, IO Tiny and Lone Druid coming through. I mean, is this even Dota? That's what you gotta ask at this point, because normally the Wisp is being banned in first phase by most teams. Or not picked up at all, depending on what kind of lineup you want. And the Lone Druid coming through is also quite interesting, actually. But then if you look at the other bans, you see an Aegis Prophet, you see Beastmaster, you see OD. None of those are heroes that you necessarily want to deal with. And also the Enchantress, which, especially in the American scene, is actually rather popular, I feel. Just in an offlane role, turning into that semi-carry that can dish out a ridiculous amount of damage with the Dragonlance into the Aghanim Scepter, that kind of build.
Radiant team back.
Absolutely, I agree completely. And here we have also the Viper pick. Well, I mean, what more could you ask for to give a tiny IO lane a hard time, right?
I guess it's one of the few heroes that can actually deal with both of them. At the same time, if you just harass out the IO, that just means he's gonna have less health, obviously, the #expert analysis, but that does mean that he can easily heal up the Tiny if the Tiny's gone on, and until Viper gets a couple of points up into the Corrosive skin, he might be very susceptible to the Tiny burst. So, yeah.
Well,
might see Infamous.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm just saying that, like, no hero is really safe from a tiny burst.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. That's absolutely true. But yeah, I would like to see Infamous pick up something like a Bane or an Earthshaker. Even a Bounty Hunter has had some success up against the others, being able to track him down, easily burst him down later in the game for some easy extra money. So one of these kind of supports can help out the Viper in the mid lane, make sure they actually win the lane. So, yeah. Would you agree, or would you just rather go for a solid tri lane? Maybe even go aggressive. Just kind of, I mean, you can take advantage of the fact that it's probably going to be dual mid lane, and that makes one of these side lanes much weaker. So you can, if you already have a laner like a Lone Druid who can take care of himself. I mean, he's technically two heroes in one himself. So if you then go for a strong aggressive tri lane, might actually be able to get a whole lot extra on the other side of the map.
Yeah, that is one of the two valid strategies here. The other one, obviously, saying, hey, we can't just like sacrifice mid to this double lane of IO Tiny. But yeah, I think maybe they will be content with just Viper doing that job. Yeah, I can totally see them focusing on the sidelines completely with a Lone Druid pick here.
We'll find out soon. They definitely ban out some of these heroes that could make that a hard time. The Darkseer taken out. One of the more annoying heroes to deal with, especially for Lone Druid. So maybe they're thinking about Lone Druid safe lane and that aggressive tri lane, as we mentioned. So and then the Vengeful Spirit also taking out one of these rather stronger early game supports nowadays. They can also even run in the carry position, especially if you have a Tiny in mid. They can pick up the slack later and really benefit from that extra damage aura from the Vengeful Spirit in a core position.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now,
Shazam. Yeah?
What do you think Shazam are looking to pick up here in order to support the lane?
That's a good question. I mean, there's always, I feel like you always need a little bit extra control if you run an IO Tiny or some sort of setup or some sort of extra global strat. I mean, they banned out Donatus Profit themselves, so that's not gonna happen. So maybe
Yeah,
they will.
obviously not global.
Yeah,
Okay.
obviously not. They might still want to go in that direction with picking up an ancient apparition, but you still need something to scout out any sort of relocate target. So maybe something like a bounty hunter for themselves wouldn't go amiss, or a beastmaster if it was available. They're gonna go with the witch
Radiant
doctor
team
for now. So that's a little synergy between witch doctor and IO, two very defensive supports, because the voodoo restoration being able to amplify the healing from the tether even more.
Oh yeah, and speaking of amplifying from the Witch Doctor, I don't know if you noticed, but he has a skill called Maledict, and it deals a lot of damage if you can burst targets down. So, like, if the Witch Doctor ever decides to just, I don't know, team up with the Tiny, that can be a lot
10
of damage.
seconds remaining.
I know, man. I've never seen the spell used.
I
5
figured
seconds
because yeah, I'm glad to
That's
assist you.
absolutely true.
Reserve
It is
time.
true, especially if you have the burst from the IO Tiny, right? With the Witch Doctor's right
Yeah,
next
that's
to
what
it.
I
That's a
said.
very valid point.
Oh, ha!
Speaking of bursts,
Dire team
is
pick.
that a support Zeus?
Oh my God, it might be.
Razor.
Razor? Okay,
Radiant
Razor
Or
could be
lightning.
one. Yeah. Just had some poison, we have some animals, we have rocks, we have lights, we have Native American witch doctors, and now we have a bunch of lightning, so hey.
Whoa. Alright. It is the US, alright.
Yeah.
Oh,
There it is,
there's
that's
the bounty hunter, but it's on the
Dire
other
team
team,
back.
Dragon Drop. What happened?
Oh, if you remember, if you actually listen to what I'm saying,
Oh my God.
I would have, you would have known that I also called Bounty Hunter for Infamous as a possible pickup against the IO. Just in the lane to help out the Viper, later down line for an easy burst.
10
And
seconds
not
remaining.
just against the IO,
What
but
a
against the Witch Doctor
fantastic
as
pick
well.
here.
Yeah.
So, but
5 seconds remaining.
the Zeus support, what? I mean, he obviously
Radiant
is one of
team
the highest nukers in the game, but I feel like if they were trying to go for such a kill lane with Bounty Hunter and Zeus, they might just be lacking the lockdown, right? In order to get a few kills early.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I
they
would
have
agree.
damage,
10
but they can
seconds
just run
remaining.
away from him.
Yeah, it does seem a little thin. If you look at them right now,
5
they
seconds
have some
remaining.
mini stuns from the Zeus and the Bounty Hunter. And the potential for root from low
Reserve
druid, and that's
time.
all their lockdown really, all their
Yeah,
control
if
if you
Lone
don't
Druid
counter
is the
slow.
one they partner him up with.
Yeah.
10 seconds
I mean,
remaining.
Lone Druid is gonna be solo safe, but just thinking later down the line, right?
5 seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
They definitely need a one position hero that.
Oh, are they timing out? Are they timing out? They are. Ah, the no ban
What?
strat!
Dire team
Fantastic!
What kind of bullshit is this? Alright. Interesting strategy, for sure.
I feel like this is just a mind game. I'm.
So,
I'm
yeah,
trying to figure out if that's actually like miscommunication or if they have
10
lag or
seconds
whatever,
remaining.
or if they actually intended to do that, which I highly doubt.
5
well, the captain
seconds
didn't disconnect,
remaining.
so that can't be the case. And even if he was, then the game would be paused. So hey, but yeah,
Reserve
Shazam.
time.
Thinking about that too, but of course it does give them just that many more options to deal with. One exactly, or to pick up.
Good.
It's just they're still looking for an offliner by the looks of it. So who are you thinking here? I mean, a lot of them have been
Wait,
kind of banned
are
out.
they though? Can you not play Razor off lane?
No.
Okay.
No. No, it's not gonna work.
Well,
Unless they want to
I
go
mean,
crazy, of course.
if they are going against Lone Druid, oh yeah, love
yeah.
it.
Radiant team pick.
Go Clockwork.
Absolutely, I love it. I love it too.
I mean, Clockwork is also one of those guys who can. He has a skill. It is called Hookshot, and it has a massive range. So if you do like the IO Tiny thing, it is absolutely possible to just instantly snipe people out. And there's the final pick for Infamous here.
But yeah, that Clockwork fits into the mold of being able to scout out for the IO instead of for the IO Tiny relocating in, just with the rocket and Hookshot as I said, and then the Emma split for Infamous now. I don't know, just feels very thin if you look at Infamous lineup. It's everyone's
in
so
terms
squishy.
of
They
not having a lot of health.
don't have a lot of health. They don't have a lot of lockdown. Nothing to really keep people away from them.
Yeah.
Lodred can kind of handle himself in lane. Viper, of course, as well. Ember Spirit to some degree. But not before he hits level 6 and has defensive remnant out. So
Exactly.
I feel like
10
what's the point of
seconds
Ember
remaining.
Spirit, honestly?
I mean, Ember Spirit is still one of the best late game
5
heroes.
seconds remaining.
Together with Lone Druid, if they can get
Yeah.
that far, I would say they actually have a really good shot, even up against a tiny. If they find the right openings at the same time. I don't see them getting there. I mean, Shazam there just have so much better mid game. They don't have shiny
Yeah.
lanes either. I mean, Clockwork should be able to handle
Infamous
stuff.
do have the Viper, but aside from that, totally agree with you.
And also the lack of AoE really, or AoE control, can also be a big difference maker when it comes to IO Tiny as well. Normally you want to pick up something like a Disruptor, Witch Doctor for yourself, just to be able to throw out the cast, throw out the Static Storm on top of three locating in, but they don't have any of that. Yes, they have perhaps the Ember Spirit waiting there with the Searing Shades, and it doesn't really keep him from the Tiny Burst.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if they relocate in like next to other units, it's not even a guaranteed down there.
Exactly.
So yeah. Is this I mean, you could potentially argue that it's just a rundown strat from Infamous. They just go and don't stop. But considering that Shazam has so many defensive options with basically all of their heroes have great defensive potential, so I wouldn't be too happy if I decided to add strat in this position.
We'll see if they can make us work and look like idiots, but I really feel like Shazam should have the edge in this game, but...
Well, they don't have to work to make me look like an idiot, so yeah.
But yeah, before they actually start, let's take a quick look at lineups. Of course, if you guys are just tuning in, welcome. My name is DragonDrop, bringing you this best of 1 on the WePlay League Season 3 alongside Wax Shadow, aka Xylus, if you know him by that name. He's here for the beam rate only, so hey, don't mind him too much. Shazam, the Wisp is being played by Stan King, SVG, playing the Witch Doctor support, and this is the bear. Hello.
Yep.
That's the car.
Bye.
Sorry. Guess we'll follow up with the Avalanche.
Yes.
They really want to bring this bear down. It's a big deal. It's a really big deal. It's MSS starting on a tiny with 300 extra gold to play with, plus the bounty rune perhaps. Not to mention the experience. Everyone gets 60 experience for the single bear.
Fantastic. Have they already won Dragon Drop?
They have already won. We might as well
Okay.
just stop the game right now.
begins.
Close the bets.
Haven't won quite yet, but still, it's a big deal. He's gonna have another ban 30 seconds, so it doesn't really impact the laning itself all
Yeah.
that much, but I mean for Lone Druid, but just the position that Shazam's in with that extra golden experience,
Yeah.
giving them such a huge edge in the early game. But yeah, it's one of the
Dire's
lineups.
turret has
CC
been
and
killed.
C.
Whoa!
And the-
Whoa!
What? Okay.
You?
Gotta equalize
I
things
die.
a little bit. Bounty Hunter doing bounty hunter things, but CC and C on the Razor in the mid lane, actually.
Wait, did
and
Io get his bottle? Yeah, he did. So that's fine. Nothing of value was lost.
Brax on a Clockwork. That was actually... That would have been much worse
Oh,
even
Bounty Hunter?
if we didn't get
Now,
that.
mid lane. Is this gonna
Oh,
be an attempt at a kill?
He slowed down quite a bit, but the attack missing uphill. But make sure that CC and C will survive. It's actually gonna be the Wisp stacking up with the Razor for the time being. Of course, the off lane for the Radiant side not really there whatsoever. So MSS has complete free farm. Yeah. Quick look at the lineups for Infamous. We now have Stinger on the Lone Druid, making his way up top to try and contest this a little bit. Z-Talk already with the Courier Snipe on that Bounty Hunter. In mid lane, it's gonna be Koda. I'm not gonna try to pronounce the rest of it. He's gonna be
Viper.
the Poisonous Viper. It's gonna be Axel on the support Zeus, which only leaves Greedy playing the Ember Spirit. Fitting name hero combination, that's for sure.
Oh, mid lane, it looks like something's about to happen. Is it though? It's not. Oh my god! That's badly.
They're gonna turn it around. Verify is not enough to actually keep the Viper safe. At the same time, though, it's gonna be 1-for-1 trade, 1-for-2 exact. Actually,
Oh,
You see it?
oh,
no!
yes.
What? The poison? The damage over time from the Orb of Venom took him out. Oh man.
victory. Also, top lane, something happened. I think MSS got a kill there.
That was actually the first blood that we missed because you drew the attention to mid lane. So
I am very sorry, but the kill was happening there as well. Okay, so
Yeah,
cut me some slack.
that's true. That's actually something that that's an excuse that I've used before as well, especially in American Dota.
Bottom lane, fuck work. Red's dead.
That should have
well.
happened there. Just level 2 flank out doing work, but it looks like.
Yeah, he got a good searing chains off, and then Zeus is just being a Zeus there.
Oh
and
god,
deals a lot of
mid
damage.
lane.
Whoa! What is this? Is this a pub game?
I casted Evil's versus Infamous last night, and it was exactly the same. Just kills happening all over the map, and me barely able to keep up. It was only one, but hey, it's just the nature of this particular Dota region, it seems. But yeah,
Oh yeah.
at the end of the day, middle lane going down twice now, so CCNC. Not exactly with the best quota here up against this Viper. In stanking, he hasn't been around the entire time, but still, it's still a Razor up against the Viper. It should be a kind of a wash in terms of matchup.
Oh yeah, it should.
Yeah. Outside of that, both cores on either side got a kill on the offlaners, so in that sense, rather even. MSS, oh god, Stinger. Just, you see that?
Hmm?
He lost his bear to neutral creeps.
Oh my god. Yes, he did.
It's just sloppy. Should never
He's still
happen.
trying. He's
Yeah.
trying. But will the potato actually kill him here?
Well,
I mean, losing his
gonna
bear kind of
cut it
slows
out
down
a
his
little bit.
efficiency
middle
ginormously,
lane,
and
oh, that's just the Wisp helping out. Zeta
Yeah.
back, able to respond if necessary, but Viper already far enough back. He actually goes for the points into the poison tag rather than the corrosive skin.
fantastic build. I employ it regularly.
I
Right,
guess in-
Bounty Hunter here with a sneaky illusion play. Got to bait out a static link. What a fantastic player.
Is it really a bait? You can still give over the damage.
Hashtag worth it, as I like to say. So yeah, about the Lone Druid losing his bear. I mean, it just means that MSS has even more free farm for a longer time. He is level 6 now, he has his first point in the ultimate. And his supports are rotating top now. I think they
Stinger.
want to do something. He's getting feared though. Stinger.
Savage Roar, so freaking
Very,
good. MSS
very
though, he
fearful.
still gets him with the avalanche. Maybe a toss back, tosses creep towards him as well.
Oh, that's a
Gets cap.
summon, but
Oh no!
Radiant's top tower is under
No!
attack.
Everything is not going right, Z-Talk. There was a little bit of extra harassment stanking, but that was once again a little bit of a sloppy play. I hate to say it, but either you
Radiant
just accept your
structures
death
are fortified.
and don't summon the bear,
whoa, what's
Oh.
Z-Talk doing here?
or
Sorry.
you, I don't know. We're just trying to annoy stanking a little bit more, but he's not gonna be able to get it. Maybe he can get the tower denied, but not with the
Yeah,
Yeah,
tank
he's going
house.
run out now. If there's an avalanche, oh never mind. Never mind. MSS too slow.
Yeah, Stinger, he now doesn't have another bear for another 75 seconds. Just because
Yeah,
he's summoned
exactly. Oh, he's getting
so
avalanche
he will
again.
die again. That's how it
Oh,
shows.
no.
Still pretty damn good.
Mid getting pinged out. I think. I don't actually know what happened there.
I think they might want to go on to Razor
Yeah.
again, but there's help on the way here. Can Wisp get that time? He's actually tethered up with SVG. That's the cast going on. But Razor will end up falling, cast bouncing here to and fro, though. They will get Zeta with last couple of right clicks, but Zeus coming in as well with the extra burst. And Viper survived through all that, able to get the right clicks in. 2-for-1 trade. That was definitely hashtag worth it in my book.
Oh yeah, it didn't even need the hashtag.
So good. Didn't
Radiant's
even need the
bottom
hashtag.
tower is under
Wow.
attack.
Gotta
Alright.
remember that one.
So Tiny is up to 1,000 monies. And
That's
what do
gonna be
you
Blink Dagger
think?
soon.
Yeah. Figured that's it. That's. I would argue it's a pretty early timing for it. So. Yeah, how are they gonna deal with this Tiny? I mean, Viper, I guess, but that's also only gonna work until there's Peekabee, I think, or Manta to purge it? I don't know.
Yeah, the Viper Strike actually you can't purge it with Manta, you can't purge it with
Alright.
immunity or anything. So that's the one thing that they have to rely on to try and
Oh, mid lane.
Oh, but
Oh.
to fight Z-Talk here with a random dust. The cat bounces back to Viper, and now Razor almost gets him with the static field, but not quite.
Oh.
Now perhaps a turnaround here. Right clicks are there. SVG, nothing more to give. He tries to heal up CCNC. Body block there. Viper gets the last right click out. Now Z-Talk back with slow and SVG. He will die here too.
Is under attack.
And MSS finally joined the party together with Wisp. Looks like they want to run down. The Viper should be able to. The toss already been used, so don't have the immediate burst, but the punches are enough. Actually, toss was on the bounty hunter, so it's a double kill for MSS, which is the beacon of hope right now for Shazam here. At least when it comes, when you consider how the middle lane has been going so far.
Radiant's middle tower is
Yeah,
under
they are so quick on the retaliation there. Fantastic usage of their abilities, as one says.
Hashtag expert analysis right there. Speaking of
experts, guys, man.
oh, Green and Axel
Alright.
is smoked up. SVG. Yeah, he
Dead.
gets one down with the remnants. He's actually dead.
Oh, the
But that's a
hook
hook shot though. It's
Uh,
not coming enough to save him though. Damage over time from the Flame God. Oh man, this game. Now they've got CCT up top. Meanwhile, mid though there's an Avalanche, but it's on the Viper who's now his back level Corrosive skin. So he does have some protection from the tiny burst. Hey, what's this? That's
What
a
is
wrap
what?
around here. Axel, Greedy, and Z talking back, stanking.
They're gonna
He's
get
dead. He's just
spotted out,
doesn't
but
know
too
it
late.
yet. Actually tethers out, but Axel unable to bring him down just yet.
Oh.
Finally gets it. Now turn around perhaps. Axel does get bursted down. Z-Talk there with the track as well as the show toss onto Tiny, but he's pretty damn fast himself with the drum pop charge. But there's another remnant available, but no more mana
What a
on the
toss.
Ember Spirit here. No more Flame God, so he can't act. This is actually combat effective. Avalanche on 3. Brax coming in to try and disrupt it even more with the cogs, so they will be able to make it out on the MSS, which is ideal. I mean, he put his money to the drums before the Blink Dagger, which is kind of one of the more standard builds, just tank up a little bit more, get that extra movement speed, but even with that, he's still pretty damn close to Blink Dagger now. Needs a couple hundred golds for it.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower
Considering
is
what's
under
going to be
attack.
going on so far, I think the decision was just don't want any more kills to happen this early. That's why we built the drums, because it helps us in all regards. Oh, missed the avalanche mid lane. He gets Viper struck for it, but
Get the toss, a couple of
doesn't
right
really
clicks.
care.
There's a mechanism already just being delivered from the Viper. A couple more right clicks will do the
Oh,
trick,
Io.
but
close. Oh,
but the
Oh
goes back
my
to the creeps.
God.
Have this to MSS. They do get the toss kill on the Viper.
MSS.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, Brax almost dies. Z-Talk and Axel here, but they're out of mana. They're out of
Yo, speaking of almost dying, top lane.
God.
Razor is dead. Will he survive this? I doubt it, honestly. They're getting recalled.
MSS is here. He does not quite have the blink, so he can't actually catch up, but they will at least finish
They
off the bear.
feed him fourth bear here.
Oh, this is almost worth it. I mean, considering, Razor dying all the time, it's not ideal. But then again, he's already in that kind of shitty position. So if you can leverage that, make a trade in favor of MSS. He's now going for a Shadow Blade instead of the Blink Dagger. So,
Whoa.
what do you think about that pickup?
Okay, are we going full pub? Wait, there's the Zeus on the enemy team, guys. What are you thinking? Okay. Alright. I mean, at least it will surprise them, I guess.
It's not like it's unheard of, but I generally always see it as kind of a secondary item pickup after the blink even. Just to have that extra, the different initiation potential, or just the potential to get out again after you're coming in. But go first with the Zeus on fields, yeah, maybe it's just for this, right?
Whoa, there it is!
Maybe it's just so you can sneak up on people a little bit better, especially on highly mobile heroes where you have to have that extra, that immediate kill. And that immediate control.
Oh,
There's
that's
a
relocate.
relocate coming in towards the middle lane, and Razor actually still take quite a bit of damage. Koda will be able to bring it down, perhaps not. Brax coming in with the whole close and shot shot. Now, but the Zeus ultimate will be able to finish him up. At what cost? So Brax also dropping low, and Koda he's still right clicking away, but the relocate back out
Dire's
saves
middle tower is
Brax.
under attack.
taking him back to the top lane. The plays are real here.
Oh,
Makes it
look
2
at
for 1 trade.
MSS.
Yeah, he's still looking for more, but
He's
they
ready.
see him now
Oh,
with the
yep.
with Axel's lightning bolt. So that's a
Yeah,
But at
that's what
least still
I
kept
was
him away,
talking
yeah.
about. Like, once they know you have a Shadow Blade, they will use the abilities of the Zeus to
okay.
Oh.
Same as Bert. Really has to be super careful right now. He always has to have a run that out if he crosses the river, essentially.
Radiant's bottom
Even
tower
if he's
is
alone
under
somewhere on
attack.
his own side of the map, right? If he's relocated on or hookshotted on. Looks like Shazam
Yeah, there's a
now
bunch of
wants
initiation
to
potential
smoke up.
here.
Yep. That's leading the charge. The bear coming in here. He's of course
Oh,
not going to
wraparound.
be able to reveal the smoke. Shazam now have the option to go back and finish off the spare if necessary, but it's already being recalled. So they're not going to find anyone just yet. Now, picking out the towers. So a little bit of a breather for us here, by the looks of it.
Oh man, I needed that.
Oh god.
Alright. Good.
Alright, let's talk about Lone Druid. So, Stinger has been shot down hard. Now we build a catch-up minded. So, what do you think about this pickup?
I will say that I don't think that Midas is necessarily that good, but consider like, is going super late game really their goal here? Will that help them
Radiant's bottom
against the
tower
tiny
is under
IO?
attack.
I doubt it.
So I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna get on the good side of Phage with that kind of reasoning. Not like
Absolutely.
Minuses, but this game, late game, I mean, you have the Viper, which generally doesn't scale very well, but you have a Lone Druid who can. I mean, first off, you have an Ember Spirit,
Radiant
who's
structures are
arguably
fortified.
one of the top 3 late game heroes when it comes to carries.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And you have a Lone Druid who is arguably one of the best pushers in the game. One
Yes,
thing is,
fair
you
enough.
also have a decent amount of control from Clockwork in the late game. You still have the Witch Doctor Depth Ward to deal with if he gets up to an Aghanim Scepter. Something like that that can also do quite a lot of damage, especially towards someone like an Ember Spirit. If he's caught out just for a second, he's gonna die to that, and as well as Tiny Burst. It's also an exceptionally good late game hero. Now MSS TP's up top. Shadow Blades forward here trying to scare it out, but Axel is here as well. So yeah, I don't really know if late game is the answer. Instead they
Radiant's middle
they
tower
should
is under
continue to do
attack.
what they're doing right now, right? Group up on the back of the mechanism.
Oh yeah.
Use the mid game
Radiant
prowess that they have right now,
structures are
just
fortified.
as I mentioned before, just the
Dire's
running
top
at you
tower
kind of
is
strat.
under attack.
But looks like Shazam, they want to stop this particular endeavor.
Oh, they
See if
are
I can
getting
scout them out at least
by
by
Z-Talk.
SVG. Yeah. Drax and MSS, so they win this. They're gonna go for the bear first.
Bear
There's a whole
feed
shot on
again.
Stinger in the back there. Yeah, the bear will be fed. Savage one, not enough inside the cogs. Obviously, just keep him safe. So that's the Lone Druid going down. Oh god, Axel. He just burst on the Witch Doctor though, so 1-for-1 trade. But make it a 1 for
they lost
2.
the bear.
Zeus is no way of getting out. He might be able to now. Burst, but hey, they're greedy. He's committing in deep. He doesn't have a remnant here. Actually, yeah. Doesn't have enough remnants to actually try and get
What a
out.
bait.
But it looks of it, unless MSS can get locked on him, but doesn't have the mana for it. Drax already used the Hookshot before as well, but oh, there it is. Avalanche after the stick charge, but greedy, super fast. With the tracks coming out in the back, giving him the extra movement speed, so they won't get the big prize in a 2-for-1 trade. Won that fight. Still want to say Shazam.
Do it with flair.
Well, they got the
didn't-
bears
yeah.
again.
Yeah.
I feel like. Yeah, that's been the main source of income, kinda.
Pretty much.
So yeah, it's basically tiny against the world, isn't it?
I mean, it looks like that if you look at the net worth distribution. He's sitting at 10k net worth, which is absolutely ridiculous. But now, really, actually, Drax is here. Does have a hookshot actually to lock him down. There's a relocate. They just want to bring him down the creeps. So there, and now holding onto the hookshot. Gets him at the remnant, and that should be really going down. Temperature is pretty damn good though. But it's not gonna be enough. Valentine dies to MSS at the same time. Throws another avalanche. Viper strike on top of him, but this is going to expire soon. Still could use some help on the Wisp. Drax almost dies to the. Yeah, dies to the
Gotta
ultimate,
die.
will die to another bear swipe. And CCC as well, just too much burst and too much Viper right clicks. They don't actually bring down the Lone Druid this time around. So he got very, very low, but well, This time around, they did get the Ember Spirit, which is the one
They
target
also-
that you have to try and keep down. But hey, MSS, that's
Oh!
an helpful stacking. He
Second
has the
target.
combo. Not quite enough to bring Viper down. Second is keeping him alive too, but with the extra magic damage, pure damage from the urn, that's enough to bring him down. So just retreat. So hey, that's the highest farm on Infamous going down after the fact. Once again, worth it for Shazam and mostly worth it for MSS.
Oh, absolutely.
Has an axe now.
MSS, yes, he does have an axe and a Shadow Blade and drums. 17 minutes in. Yeah, I think that's kind of good farm so far.
Yeah. I mean, I'm no expert, but I think that's a really good farm. Yeah. Exactly. And yeah, if you look at the other heroes, Brax is a blade mail, so even though he didn't have the best lane, he's doing what he needs to do, right? He's hitting the crucial hook shots. If you look at Witch Doctor, of course he's gonna be dying a couple of times, same for Aya, but they're still doing the things that they need to do. Provide the extra control, provide the mobility, provide the sustain. Z-Talk says like ships in the night, they will find Stand King, so they might figure that Nemesis isn't too far behind. The Z-Talk just on scouting mission, but yeah,
Absolutely.
the only one on Shazam that you could say is maybe still not very far behind would be the Razor, but I think MSS can compensate for that right now.
Razor, I think Razor has accepted his position as wingman for MSS. And that is what he should do. I mean, just look at him. Very impressive. Oh, will we see an initiation on MSS? There is the invisible blade.
Invisible blade?
I mean, you can't invisibility blade, also called shadow blade. You cannot do anything against it. I mean, what can you do aside from making him visible with Zeus's abilities?
That's too far-fetched, dude. It's way too far-fetched. Yeah, then again, what would have been a follow-up? You still don't have control. There's still the Wisp behind him. Any point with the ability to defensively relocate, so...
Okay, but
Radiant's
arguing that when should they go on MSS? Because at some point they have to.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Do they just let him keep farming? Because so far he's made the most out of his time, and he's enormously ahead of everyone else. They decide to push bottom here as Radiant are all up top.
So tier 1 for tier 2 trial trade, they still have the glyph available, but they don't want to use it as it's being chopped down. Looks like Shazam doesn't want to stop. I mean, Infamous is up on a tier 2 up top, and the Bear is a decent pusher at this stage, but without any items. He just doesn't hold the water up against MSS.
Well, they just let this tower go. They can't. They can't.
This can't be the
They
play.
lose if they do. This cannot be the play, friend. Oh, dead of blade.
They have the track on the MSS, so Shellblade will not actually keep him hidden. But it's a nice little retreat. They
leave one to the top, so he gets the final hit on the tower, so he gets some money at the very least.
He's actually caught up quite nicely, actually, if you look at the network distribution, right next to the Ember as well as the Viper.
It's gonna come with having the catch-up Midas, obviously.
He's saving up a lot of money now, going for the Radiance. So...
Sorry, what?
He's going for the Radiance as well now, saving up a lot of money for the Relic.
Oh yeah, he is. Alright, so he's just gonna go full red as well as this beautiful mist chance on the Radiance. Fantastic. Beating his barrier again? Nope, the resummon is a thing.
This time, I think he wised up to it.
Think so.
Oh, Axel
gonna get spotted out! Oh,
nice little scout there.
Old friend.
I'm just making
Did they
sure
really
that...
need that?
You're done.
Well, it's a rather low cooldown. Just make sure that you get the kill. And actually, if you think about it, SVG and Brax, they have a lot of control, but they don't have a lot of damage themselves. Outside of that board, really. So they would have, if they didn't want to commit that, they would have needed to commit to relocate instead. And that's not practical. So yeah, nice little pickup there. Also making sure that you get the pickup quickly before any sort of counter rotation can come in. Look at this tower.
Alright, so MSS, well, trying to get his hands on this tower, but, well, Stinger is here with his Panda. And the Panda actually has a relic now, so... it might do some damage eventually, I guess.
Perhaps. I'm just farming here. They could use gem actually. Think about it. I mean, they do have dust on MSS.
Oh,
Actually,
what,
no, they can-
what a cancel here, Z-Talk. Fantastic play.
Z-Talk has dust himself. They kind of thought it was an MSS, but yeah, they kind of need detection for the bounty hunter. It's gonna be super annoying like that. There's
yeah, he
still scouting out middle. Yeah, just scouting out. Yeah, Infamous is in a really comfortable position actually.
Do you think this annoyance that the bounty hunter proves will be enough to stop Shazam from doing what they're doing?
Well, so far it's working, but so that just means that they're gonna have a different plan. It's gonna be Roche
Oh.
go down extremely fast. They don't have any minus armor, but they have a big ass rock man.
Well, it looks like Infamous
Tree in
are
hand.
smoking up, and they have a hunch here, or maybe they are just lucky. Let's see.
Radiance
They
too.
spotted
CC.
out. Here we go.
Now there's a fight here, a little bit of a damage train, not exactly too much. Now the bear coming in, Brax with control on the Viper. There's the Deathbot actually getting quite a couple of right clicks in on the Viper, but not quite enough to bring him down. As Greedy comes in on the back, looking to clean them up, and yeah, that's exactly what they're gonna do. 4 heroes down, only Emerson surviving here alone can actually 1v5. Might actually bring down a bear, but he's being slowed down, tracked up. That's 5 and white.
Sacrifices himself for the bear. Man, you are absolutely right. It is. Whoa.
Yeah, that is just...
Okay, yeah, we were saying it's Tiny against the world, as in Tiny is the only guy who actually has farm on Shazam. And this fight really showed that, well, if you cannot rely on Tiny, you can't rely on anyone, you know?
Can rely on him, but not if the Viper strikes phenomenal, which is, I assume, what happened, right? He must have carried rounds and not be able to right-click enough. And then
Yeah.
there's also some good play from Greedy here there with the positioning, just remnanting in the back here. Pick off SVG in the Viper, just making sure that the Deathward stops, making sure that Viper can actually find the positioning in a fight that he wanted to.
Right, so before this fight, I was kind of thinking that Shazam maybe had this, but I am recalculating the possibilities now. That's for sure.
So if you look at the graphs now after the fight, now up to 7.5k net worth advantage in favor of Infamous. Actually, similar kind of story for the experience. So before that, this game was actually pretty damn even thanks to MSS, but now him going down, giving over the big godlight streak, the Roche going down, and the 5-man wipe in general. Obviously, that's still those kind of things will do that to a graph, right? Now they're gonna
They're gonna get another tower here. So.
Tier 1, Tier 2 also forfeit already.
Oh yeah,
sorting them out
good
more.
steering chains on Brax here. Just like, yo, we know you're here. We can get you anytime we want. But right now we get the tower.
Radiant's middle
They
tower
don't want to
is
stop.
under
There
attack.
is a trade down. MSS is in the middle lane and ready to relocate back to defend if they find an opening, if they find an angle here. Cass is bouncing around quite
Radiant's
nicely
bongos
middle
here.
there.
tower has fallen.
Choose that. Do they just want to go for the straight out trade?
Dire's bottom tower
Man.
MSS still going for it. The racks are in peril, the melee racks.
There's
There's
the
a
hook
hook
shot.
shot on the back. Relocate it. Where is it? MSS already there now with a nice little combo there. Depot also coming through. Sting will be the first one to fall. MSS on cover for the BKB, looking for someone, but a Viper strike. Hard to continue to chase. No blink dagger
Radiant's
island
top
now
tower
to
is under attack.
find another opening, so they don't lose the melee
Radiant's
racks,
top
and that's what
tower
actually
has
makes it worth it. And they get 2 tier 2s in return, so that was a bit of a gamble for Shazam, but in terms of objectives, they actually come out ahead. This game though.
Though, well,
Ah.
you say come out ahead, but there's tier 3 towers down. Regs are
But
exposed.
there's 2 more
and
towers going down, and they do get a kill.
yes, from a strictly economical perspective, I agree with you. However, think of the psychological implications here.
I'm not a psychologist, dude. I can't do that. I mean, a tier 3 down kind of sucks. Then again, you realize that it can happen if you lose a team fight up against a little druid, right? It can happen the other way around just as easily up against a tiny, right? It's just the nature of the straps for both sides that they have this insane amount of pushing potential.
Yeah.
So
no reveal for Z-Talk here again. Tracks going
Radiant's
up,
middle
but...
tower is under
Whoa,
attack.
are they actually going on
No,
this?
MSS,
That's their
yeah.
chains?
well, they have the
Relocate?
Spirit back coming up, but relocate.
Fantastic.
We'll keep MSS safe, of course, tanking. He will be the sacrificial lamb. At least he knows that slop heroes are going to be sitting around there, which gives CC&C some space on the bottom lane to try and get some farm going, but
Well, stanking.
easy track kill.
Oh yeah.
That's also something that is obviously helping the gold graph along for Infamous now, around the 10k mark. All these trackers that they've been able to get. E-Talk able to stay alive in these fights and getting those out, absolutely essential for them to be in the position that they are in right now. Now they might find the Razor here. There's a track up. The bear is pretty damn fast. He should actually forfeit here. Even the remnants being used by Greedy, plus the 4-staff, they miss the Searing Chains though. Now, SVG with a cast, they dodge it though, and the bear is still pretty damn fast. Greedy with a blink. Another Searing Chains,
Well,
this time
SVG
connects
whoa.
onto SVG, so CCC
That's
should be able
what's
to
gonna
TP.
attempt it.
Oh,
Oh,
no, Savage
good
Roar!
Fury at the root!
Savage Roar into root, that is those are some pro plays. There's 2 heroes down with no buyback in the bottom lane that is now being pushed out, and unless, yeah, actually MSS is in the middle lane pushing that out, so that should be perhaps should be a tier 3 going down in return, forcing Infamous back, but at the same time they could say, whatever, gonna lose that anyway. Relocate back is real perhaps, yeah, stacking.
I mean,
Nemesis back, tier,
melee
Rex
Rex
is
gonna
taking
get
damage, it
down
will
here.
fall, but
Oh,
Greedy,
Greedy!
he's super low here, there's the combo, he doesn't actually have the
Here's the
avalanche.
avalanche?
Didn't
No.
actually have the avalanche, just came off cooldown, but the cast is there, bounces back to the creeps though, Greedy's still around. Yes, the Aegis, does he? No, he doesn't.
Nope,
It
it
just
got
expired.
reclaimed. Oh, baby.
Oh no. I
That
don't know
was-
if that was, I don't know if that was Shazam just waiting that out. It probably was, to be honest. And I was just stupid for not recognizing that. Still have the Aegis and they're just hanging out. They're signed Z-Talk this time around. But they don't have a dust or anything. They still don't have a gem, so
They are also track.
it continues to be a problem. Yeah.
Alright.
That was a beautiful play. Just I relocating in onto MSS who was already mid. They take the tower, get the relocate back out without exposing the IO. They get greedy there just as the Aegis expired. And they made the most out of a bad situation of losing the racks.
Alright, so how bad is losing the Rex for them? What do you think?
Well, it kind of sucks because it takes away some economy for you, especially for the Razor who still sitting
yeah.
on treads and Sanjin Yasha 30 minutes in, right?
Razor, good old Razor below his clockwork here.
Yeah, it's not something that you want to see. He
Particularly.
finds that his own jungle is found.
Z-Talk?
finds him. Let's relocate in. Did they see him now?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
Oh,
they do.
nope.
They finally have a gem on the Witch Doctor. Savage Roar on MSS though, plus the 4-staff and the immobility. The bounty hunter's been able to pick up for himself. Kind of makes that a little bit harder.
Oh,
So
hook shot on Greedy!
though, wow. That's connected, but the avalanche will not miss. Will not connect. Back's not having another hook shot for another couple of seconds. He does have the act, but doesn't
Rex,
actually have the man
whoa.
to play with. So he'll end up going down with Stingaroo coming in from the side.
getting
He can get the
tracked here.
up. That's a little extra kill. So that was the scrappy engagement there from Shazam. Yeah, I do like them finally picking up the gem though on the Witch Doctor. Just to put a stop to the bounty hunter roaming everywhere he sets his mind to, really.
Alright, I agree, but is it not too late? Considering how farmed core heroes of Infamous are by now?
Yeah, you could say that, but better late than never, right?
Depends.
See
Oh yeah,
Avalanche,
his cast,
there's
Maledict.
Maledict on it, but not quite first.
Actually, Greedy going
Greedy
in
comes
there.
in, CC&C, dropping low, but the Visco's there to keep him alive, and now can't end up to MSS, pops the BKB, but he will end up dying to the root. He might have to fight back if they want to keep a hold of those racks. Rex is back in a couple of seconds too, so they will rely on a hookshot and a control from him, but Greedy, he doesn't want to wait. He comes in on the stacking, jumps down the wisp. Everyone's falling apart here right now. But there's Brax, they do get Stinger, but the Bears outside the car can still Ragnarok away. They just don't have the damage with MSS being kited out by the Viper, who now has
top
See this guy, here's this guy even trying that now. So Brax dropping low again, he will fall a second time, same for CC. That's a dieback on him, really just zipping around left, right, and center. They bring down a Witch Doctor, and just with this one swift move, Infamous will be able to take the game into their hands. And what looked like a greedy draft worked out for them in the end. Didn't quite expect this, just with the lack of control and lack of early game damage, but the amount of pressure that they've been able to put on mid just made sure that they only needed to kite MSFs to win the game.
Yeah, like they had all their money was spent on this Tiny, and with the Viper, I mean, I totally agree with you. I can just repeat what you said.